And there's your rib. So usually what I try to do is I'll stay at least that way and that way below that. So
fist off the rib.
yeah, a fist, yeah. And if I go this way, it's going to be too wide. So I usually just stay away from the rib. And what I do is I'll come up here, and even if you block way up here against these backbones that stick out, you want to stick it right in there, just right underneath first, and make a bleb. And then you
Get over this side, Tina.
Yeah.
and then you can go right into the muscle. The muscle here, believe it or not, is only like this. So if you go straight in, it's going to go right into the belly cavity. It won't do you any good. And you'll find out just how much this thing is innervated. So I'll let that sit there, and then that'll be our starting point. We'll go along the edge, and then there. That's your
Yeah.
L. L
Oh,
there
for
for a block.
okay.
So now once you get your bleb going, then the rest of it should be. The first shot should really only be your biggest
I
challenge.
can see. Okay.
Because, and you can always, if you just get right under the skin first, if you get right under the skin first, then as you go into the muscle belly, you can always have a syringe of this full, and you'll notice when you do a little cutting and stabbing and poking, her muscle will go start twitching. And then you know you need to give a little bit right there, because once the skin is off of there, then you have better view of where you're putting this stuff. Usually I'll go
About a needle's length apart, you said?
Yeah. And just go all the way down. But usually, probably to half the belly, you probably got most of it desensitized. And the reason that is because most of those nerves run up high and then go down. But we don't have this one quite there yet. Because this one right, the skin on this one. And plus, we're gonna take time to do some teaching, so we're gonna make sure this cow is not suffering. Your nerve coming, instead of coming out here, like where they're supposed to be, they'll have that one nerve come out here to the quads, and you'll know when you hit it. Then we gotta rail them out and do them right here. So,
Which is good, seeing how there's no side delivery on the sheep. Took her to the truck.
here, let's put a bit on this one. We'll save this one.
You get anything back in black while you're doing it?
I like the widescreen version better.
Holy cow, that scared me.
That really got you good. Wish you'd beat her head on the sheet.
I don't know which way to go.
Then I'd have really been in trouble.
Dichorvos and calcium and sugars and a vitamin supplement.
Yeah. But you say that cervix yesterday was that size too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't change overnight. think they do alright. Just make sure you clean them up real good. Don't have big chunks of dirt on them, you know. And sometimes the only thing that I do, if water's a problem, is I'll take these and I know I'm going to use two. I'm going to reach in the belly and I'll stick them right in there. Let them sit there. And make sure that she's really good as far as anesthetize. There's our line. Right there like that. There's the back of the ribs. So usually what I'll do is I'll start about here and I'll see how much of that she feels. Looks like we got that pretty good. And that's pretty thick. Just like leather. Look at that. See how thick that is? I finally got through right there. And you don't want to, you want to stay in the same trough when you cut. And usually what I'll do is I just get through the skin. This is the problem. People have a tendency to stab this and go deep right off the bat. It's going to bleed, and unless if you ever seen a cancer eye, it might even get that bad, but most of this is going to stop up. Okay? And this is what I need you guys to see the most is the steps from here on in, because anybody, I think we can all cut the skin just really good. Where it gets tricky is right here after the first layer of skin, and there's a big vessel down here. Nothing you can do about that. If you have hemostats, something to clamp them with, then you can go ahead and clamp them. Usually once I get to that part, then I grab my scissors, and they're nothing fancy, they're just blunts. And I'll just take the fat and just stay even, okay? There's your muscle belly that you're looking for. This muscle belly is the one that we're looking for. And usually you can stick your hands underneath any of this thin, fatty stuff, okay? But you want the muscle belly. You want definitely to isolate that and use blunts to separate it. Look at that, we're down to the next muscle belly, thin Hereford. And the way you tell that you're thin is you guys need to stick your hands in the bucket and come and feel this. You guys need to feel